It's time for a net worth update, so stick around to see how we have done since July of 2019. Hi friends, welcome to the Budget Bounce. I'm Jen, and we use a budget to tell our money what to do and where to go each month instead of wondering where it went. So we share our ups and downs from living life on a budget and tackling a $252,000 mountain of stupid debt on our way to financial freedom. If you'd like to learn more about being intentional with your money and making it work for you, then click on the subscribe button below and be sure to tap on the bell so you'll get notifications every time I post a new video. It's been a few months since I did our first net worth review, so I took a look again and was pleasantly surprised. Here, what you see is our assets up here in this first category, this first section, and that consists of our cash reserves, Matt's pension, my 401k, our house, and then our 3 vehicles. The cash reserves column comes straight from the monthly budget reports that I share in my budget videos, and that's comprised of the balances that we have in all of our sinking funds and in the our emergency fund. And then our retirement accounts are the plans that we participate in at work, so those are through our employers. And then for the house, what I did was I averaged, I think I have a note here. I averaged Trulia, Zillow, and Realtor.com. So I go look those up. I don't look it up every single month, but when I do it, I go look up all 3 and then I average the 3. The values for the cars came from Kelley Blue Book. And again, I haven't been looking them up every single month, and this is for private party sale. The Trailblazer doesn't run, and that's why we have it listed for $500. It actually needs the engine replaced. And so that actually has become a priority since our kiddo got a job. He's our youngest, still lives at home. He got a job last summer, and we now have 3 adults running in 3 to 5 directions, different directions every day with only 2 vehicles. So, the main things are Henry's going to school, and at least 3 nights a week he's going to work after school. And Matt and I both have to go to work. So those are the main things. But if you add in any appointments or anything like that Matt or I need to get to, or any errands that we have to run that can't, that aren't flexible, then all of a sudden this really becomes a dilemma with 2 vehicles. So all 3 of us have been saving to fix the Trailblazer so that we can each have a vehicle to get around. And it's actually why our cash reserves were so high in December. When you see here, it was almost $10,000. It's because we were saving up for that. And we continue to save up for that now. So let's look at the difference. Let's see here. I have the line here that has December of 2018 and where we were. So let's look at that difference compared to where we ended in 2019. You can see that we've had a $6,513 increase in our cash reserves, $1,737 for Matt's retirement, $7,508 for my retirement, $999 increase on the house. And then, of course, with the vehicles, these are all assets that go down in value. And so the Traverse has lost $3,427 and the Lucerne $228. The Trailblazer, nothing's changed with it. So there's just no change there. Our newest one is losing its value the fastest, while the other 2 are much more steady since they are a 2006 and 2008 model. Overall, our assets are up by about $13,000. And one of the things that I just want to talk about real quick is with the cash reserves. This is something that we do that not everybody agrees with when you're still in debt, is that we keep a lot of money in our sinking funds. And if you're new here, you need to know that this is what helps me sleep at night. When our cash reserves are low, so are my sleep levels. We've had to cash flow a lot of unexpected life, if you will, in the last year. And so we are both in agreement that keeping our cash reserves at a hefty level is what we need to do. So that's how we landed here at the end of 2019. For liabilities, I've pulled the actual mortgage balance for each month this year. So they're each listed here. And then the debt balance column represents actual numbers that are coming straight out of the other tabs on the spreadsheet that are my monthly budget spreadsheets. So those are real numbers, and you can see that each balance is slowly going down for both of these. And then the difference, this is where we were in December of 2018. The difference by the end of 2019 was we had paid off $2,487 of our mortgage and $29,665 of our other debts, all of our other debt balances combined. Before we jump into the next section, pause the video for a second and let me know in the comments if you track your net worth or not. And if you do, I would love to hear from you about what tool you use to track it in. I use a spreadsheet, obviously. I am a spreadsheet nerd, but I know that there are other tools out there that are easy to use, and I would love for everyone that is watching to know about those other tools. So please leave them in the comments below. Now let's look at our totals here. We started with $187,814 in assets in December of 2018. And we have worked our way up to $200,916 at the end of 2019. Our total liabilities started at minus $327,868, and they are now down to $295,716. And that means our net worth has also been changing and increasing every month. Let's remember that our net worth is your total assets minus your liabilities. So you add these two together, and that's how you come up with this number. We started with $140,054 negative net worth in December of 2018. And you can see here each month how it changed. This is just a formula that's adding these two numbers together. And then you can see the difference each month. So you can see what progress we made. This is May. If you haven't seen my May budget report, May and June and July, they were just really, really crazy last summer. And that's why we actually lost ground that month, was because of the things that just totally and completely hit the fan. And that month was and the way that summer went was a big part of the reason that we decided to put more into sinking funds. So anyhow, moving on, you can see each month we had a little bit more and a little bit more. It increased every month. And we landed at a negative $94,799. So that's fantastic news. So let's just go ahead and look at our grand totals here. And you can see we increased our assets by $13,103. We decreased our liabilities by $32,153. And when you add those two together, that is a $45,255 increase in our net worth. We're still negative, but the fact that we, first of all, broke the 100,000 mark, that's really exciting. It's a big win that we needed. We had a lot of wins at the end of 2019 that have really kind of helped catapult us into 2020 and all the things that are going on. And there's some things going on, you guys, that I have not shared with you yet. So I will be doing that over the course of our budget videos in the next couple of months, but there's been so much going on with our money. And if we hadn't had great cash reserves in place, the things that we have been able to accomplish would not have happened. And I've been able to sleep through all of it. And that's a real thing. That's not just a figure of speech. I have a lot of anxiety and things like that when our money isn't in the right place. And there's only so many nights you can go without a whole lot of sleep. It's really hard to function when you don't have enough sleep. And this was a real thing for me. So thank goodness for cash reserves. That's all I have to say. Sinking funds and our emergency fund came to the rescue on more than one occasion in 2019. Now let's take a look at this in, I guess, a visual perspective rather than numbers. So I have this chart here, and what you're seeing here is the purple represents our assets, and then the burgundy represents our liabilities. The black line tracks our actual net worth each month, so each amount here. And the goal is to make the purple bars longer. You can see they're getting a little bit longer as we move along here. And to make the burgundy bars shorter, and you can see they're getting a little bit shorter as we move along. And then also we want the black line to continue to move upward. And ultimately we want this black line to be up in here in the positives and out of the negatives. So that's the end goal. So, like I said, we've broken the negative 100,000 mark, and that was a great win for us. We will continue to chip away at this in 2020, and we keep taking one bite at a time out of this mountain of stupid debt that we have. We've managed to get at 20% of it so far. So 20% of it is gone. And while 80% still seems like a long way to go, when I look at where we were 2 years ago now, that $50,000 of debt that we've paid off is something I never thought we would be able to do it. I couldn't even think past $5,000, let alone $50,000. I'm so glad we just started, honestly. February 1st of this year will be our 2-year anniversary of living life on a budget. And I cannot even believe that 2 whole years has gone by, but it has. And we have budgeted every month. Even if I didn't do a video for you guys to see, I went through this process of setting up our budget and tracking against it. Meeting with Matt, making sure that we're following everything. We've gone over budget lots of times, but having that roadmap before the month starts helps tremendously. And we have done it every single month for 24 months. And this is the result. This is what has happened through all of that. That's our update on our net worth. The best compliment I can receive is a like, subscribe, and a share. And tap the bell next to the subscription button so you won't miss another video. And if you're wondering what you should watch next, check out this video that YouTube has selected for you, or watch my most recent video here. That's all I've got for you today. Until next time.